I'm probably on Facebook real quick.
Hey, shalom, Israel.
Shalom, shalom. Good to see Israel. Much love to all the camps worldwide, camps statewide. isbhpk, Houston, Rochester, Virginia, San Antonio, Guatemala, London, Cali, all over. We have a good class for you. Sorry about the little bit of the lateness. Today's class is, what do we have to give the Most High? That is the topic of the day. What do we have to give the Most High? So, on an introduction level, a lot of us, folks, we came up in church, we came up in different religious systems, we came up in different households, so we had different ways of giving the Most High our spirit versus, praise dancing, singing, attendance to church, clapping, praising the Lord. All efforts people give the Most High, which is understandable. But today's class is about what do I have to give the Most High from an Israelite perspective, okay?
Yeah.
So today we're going to, let's get the definition of give, 1828.
I got it.
And first scripture is Genesis 12:7.
I got a definition of give for you.
Let's go on to, y'all break down give.
Come.
I got that.
And the first one was Genesis
verse
12
first, or do you want the definition?
Let's do the verse first.
Genesis chapter 12, verse 7.
One second. God.
Genesis chapter 12, verse 7. And the Most High appeared unto Abram and said, unto thy seed will I give this land.
So the first, the most important thing we have to understand is Abram at the time, before he was changed to Abraham, was very important to the eyes of the Most High. So important that he actually presented himself to Abram to give him not only a message but also land, which is a promise. To give, which means to bestow, to pass or transfer the title or property. Now when you read more down to Genesis, you'll realize that this land previously belonged to a different nation, different set of people. It wasn't originally Abram. That's why I'm saying it's a pass or transfer of a title or property of a thing to another person. So the Heavenly Father gave this title of land to Abram. Read on.
It says, and there builded he an altar unto the Most High.
So that's the key point. The key point is Abraham, when he recognized the Most High was dealing with him, what did he give the Father?
He builded an altar.
He built an altar.
Yeah.
He created some type of platform or apparatus that he can sacrifice to the Most High.
Yeah.
And that's what you recognize when you see a person that's really spiritual. They have some type of way, means of sacrifice, way, means of effort, way, means of giving themselves to what? To invest in the Most High.
I like what you're saying, because even when we look at the other definition of give, what it's showing is the Most High gave Abram a promise. He gave him the land. Look at the other definition of give. It says to addict, to apply, to devote oneself. What did Abram give to the Most High in return? He devoted himself to the Most High. That's the building of the altar.
He devoted himself, who appeared to him. And all of our lives in Israel, some means, some way, somehow, we can all have a story or multiple stories or a storyline of how the Most High appeared to us before we even came to knowledge.
Yeah.
I know for me, I don't sound spooky and dreamy, but man, before I came to the truth, the year before I came to the truth, I kept having dreams, actual dreams of I was going somewhere and I kept seeing manna. I kept seeing the bread that the Israelites ate to survive. I kept seeing manna on bushes. I had the same dream maybe 2 to 3 times, and I kept seeing manna, and I was going somewhere. I was on a road, and I'm like, where am I going? But I keep seeing manna.
Okay.
Then I'm pretty sure we've all had those end of the world dreams, where it's all over dreams. I had this one dream when I was younger. It's the same year before I came to the truth, and I saw 5 suns in the sky and 3 moons. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Right now? What are we talking about right now?
I see all these moons and suns in the sky. What is going on? Then the Spirit says, listen, man. The Spirit told me to wake up and go talk to everybody, seeing them all. Just for no reason. So I went to talk to everybody, I saw them all, and lo and behold, somebody's quoting scriptures. And I thought I knew something. I thought I was I was wise, son. I've been studying books.
Yeah.
We the Israelites, son. I just knew that's the only thing I knew.
Yeah.
And the dude said, yeah, I know the Israelites. What do you know about the Israelites? I'm like, I don't know. We was Israelites. The Jews are black. That's all I knew. I knew that one
Christ
point.
is black.
The Jews are
That's all I need to know.
They're black. That's all I know. And the brother said, oh, really? And he started pulling out the scripture. I said, yeah, there's a scripture that said we came on slave ships. But I didn't know where the scripture was at. I just said, it says in the book. If you look at the book. It's in there somewhere.
I promise it's there.
I don't know where it's at. The brother opened the book up, showed me the exact scripture. Then he showed me all the other information. You want to come to class? I'm like, not really, bro. I'm not really trying to come to class. I don't know you. Who are you? You're a stranger. You're some guy in the mall. And you know what? I said, listen. He said, if you go to work and you call me, I'll pick you up when you got for work. Okay. Got for work at 9:30. I called him to call him on some bullshit. Because most people just, they're like, most people go, I'm going to pick you up, dog.
Yeah.
This dude came up and picked me up in this Cadillac Eldorado, all black. Perfect stranger. And we had a Bible class at 10:30 at night. Now I'm a Baptist. I'm a Baptist, bro. We don't have class at 10:30 at night. We have class at 10:30 in the morning.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But I said, listen, Lord, if I die, you know I was trying to pursue you.
I was trying my best.
I haven't had these crazy dreams. I haven't had these manna dreams and visions, quote unquote. I've been seeing suns in the sky, moon in the sky. And you told me to get up and talk to everybody in the mall. And I did. Now I'm in the Bible class at 10:30 at night on the worst side of town. Where it's heroin acts. Everybody's a heroin act outside. I'm like, I told the Most High I was going to believe in him. You look up, and one class, I learned more in one day, really 2 hours, that I had learned my entire life. Thinking I was reading books, thinking I was going to church, thinking I was studying something.
You know what's crazy with that? Because I'm sure all of us can attest to having a conversation. You know, we're investing hours into a spirit. And we're like, you know what, brother, come to class tomorrow. We will get you right. And they're zealed up. They're powered up. They leave. No, especially in the mall.
Exactly.
You give in the mall a lot. He's hollering, I ain't know all this information. I'm coming to class.
The Lord is real.
And the Lord is alive. Right? He's a living power. And all of a sudden, you give him a call. Like, hey, bro, you know, my baby mama tripping. You know, I got work tomorrow. I can't make it. It's the last time. Then the number get blocked. I've had times the number got blocked out.
And like, wow, you want to learn the Lord?
You really don't want to learn the Lord.
You was hype about Christ.
But you know where that comes from? That comes from I'm already apt and ready to receive. Oh, give it to me.
Yeah.
Give me this knowledge. Give me all that. But what you want me to give now? You want me to give my time?
Exactly.
You want me to sacrifice what I'm doing?
Exactly.
Oh, no. Hold on now.
Yeah.
And that's why Abraham, when the Most High appeared to him, he built a what? An altar. It's like, you know what? I got to give the Most High first. I got to give the Most High first. Israel wants the Most High to give them first. And then, if you give to me and you do it for me, you give me what the rib I want, the time I want, the car I want, the life I want, then I'll give you something back. Because you proved to me you're real. But what made Abraham beautiful is when the Most High appeared to him, he's like, listen, man, I know this is the Most High talking. I know this is the Most High presenting himself to me. You know what? I need to give myself, regardless of what I get in return.
You know what? When you're reading First John, we're not gonna go there. It's 1 John 4:19. What Abram was embodying was what 1 John 4:19 said, which says, "We love him because he loved us first." Christ, or in this particular case, the Most High, loved Abram first. He presented himself to Abram. I'm gonna deal with you and your family line. And you know what he did in response? You know what? You chose me. I gotta give you everything I got now. But a lot of us, you read in Job 33, in verse 14, we may hear a message, like you said in a dream. We may hear a message. We may even meet a brother who inspires us, and then we ignore it. And we're like, we don't take it serious.
Some people quench the spirit, and some people completely want to bleed the spirit and get and try to get all the revelation they can out of that experience. But the key point in this is look how Abraham gave what? Himself. Go to verse 1.
Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now the Most High had said unto Abram.
Not Abraham. This is Abram. Meaning he was in a raw state. He wasn't in the. He was automatically spiritual. A lot of times we come to the truth thinking that we're so spiritual. When listen, bro, we're just unrefined from the world trying to be.
Or you have to be super spiritual to grasp onto the Heavenly Father right there.
I'm in the pursuit of the Most High. I'm not fully developed.
Exactly.
Abram was undeveloped. Abraham was more developed than the Abram. All right, so we come to the Most High in an undeveloped state, and He appears to us. It ain't gotta be visually you can see the Most High, because no man seen the Most High and lived. But the Most High manifests His power and Himself to you in some way, so that you knew that was the Most High talking to you, and no, you couldn't deny it. Read.
It says, get thee out of thy country.
Do what?
Get thee out of thy country.
Once again, the Most High is, okay, I'm real, but I want you to show me you're real.
Exactly.
Get out of your country. Leave the familiar.
That's a leap of faith.
There's the familiarity. We like a certain comfort zone. If most people, that's not just, Abram, most people want to keep a certain level of comfort
All people.
before they serve the Most High. But Most High is not as we perceive him. He's his own entity.
Exactly.
And this entity requires us to come out of our country, read, or our comfort, or our world, read.
It says, get thee out of thy country.
So leave what you're close to, what you're familiar with, read.
And from thy kindred.
A lot of us have the experience and the story of, as soon as I came to the truth, I lost family, I lost friends. This is what Abraham's dealing with. This is what Abraham's experiencing. He's losing sometimes. I lost real good, I'm talking about rock solid, ready to die for me friendships.
Yeah.
I lost those.
Brothers.
I lost people. I lost people that I knew that I could die for, they could die for me, and we would have been together to the end. Mm-hmm. I lost that, and I felt very guilty.
Yeah.
But the Most High calls you, when He appears to you, He appears to you. You have to take that appearance serious. Read on.
It says, and from thy father's house.
In the Father's house is all the things the Most High established to you. Because our Father's supposed to establish us. Now, most of us don't have no fathers, obviously, but there's a sense of loyalty to whatever family you have is the point.
Exactly.
Read.
Unto a land that I will show thee.
Unto a land that I will what?
Show thee.
I'm gonna take you somewhere. A lot of brothers, now I gotta show respect to them. So a lot of men that come to the truth have left a city for the Most High. I respect it 1,000%.
Yeah.
I've left my city one time. I went to Georgia one time. But I had already knew the truth for so many years. I was like, I know this is the truth.
Yeah.
But there's some brothers that get the truth, 30 years later, they look up, they're in a whole different city.
Yeah.
I gotta respect that. But Abram went through the same experience. As soon as the Most High appeared to him, listen, man, I gotta go. For whatever reason, the Most High is pulling me out of my comfort zone, away from my family, away from my loyalties, and is putting me in unfamiliar territory. So either you're leaving your actual city, or the Most High is making you leave everything that's familiar to you.
Yeah.
That's the platform, or the platform for us to have an altar to the Most High. He's making everything around you almost opposite of your comfort level, or opposite what you're familiar with, and He's making that dynamic your altar. Leave everything familiar, everything you're used to, everything that comforts you, everything that gives you that spirit of peace, so-called peace, the familiar.
Yeah.
Deal with fear. Living in a new land is fear. Living your kindred is fear. You have no backing. A lot of us in our life, in the truth, and before the truth, mainly when you get the information, you could take losses because you've never experienced what you're doing or these people. Why are you making such a strong decision with strangers?
Yeah.
But the Most High was talking to you.
Exactly.
Next scripture. Let's go to Genesis 15:1. Genesis 15:1.
Genesis chapter 15 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
After these things, the word of the Most High came unto Abram in a vision.
After these things, the Lord of the Most High came to thee in a what?
In a vision.
In a vision. A vision is something that you can see, right?
Come.
Now, there's visions you can see in your mind, and there's visions that what? You can see by reading the book. I understand what the Most High is doing. The world's collapsing. COVID's here. Monkeypox is here. I mean,
bird flu came out of nowhere 50 years later.
Exactly. Back in the day, it was 9/11. For brothers back in the day.
Yeah.
9/11's here. War in Iraq is here.
Housing market crashed today.
Housing market's
Stock
crashing.
Market crashed last week.
But for some people, it's just their house is crashing. Ain't gotta be 9/11.
That's
You woke up, your ribs said it's over.
Done them out.
Your kids are you're on child support now.
God.
Yeah, things happen.
God.
Something was crashing that brought you to the truth.
Yep.
You were losing something.
Yeah.
The Most High had some type of event that you could not control as a platform to see how urgent you were about the appearance the Most High made in your life. Read.
Saying, fear not, Abram.
Now, what he say?
Fear not.
So, when you come to the truth, your family's collapsing, your job's collapsing, your emotions are collapsing, your classmates are collapsing, or you're in extreme events based on the time period you come in the truth, because there's different time periods, and the Most High keeps telling you don't be afraid. Some of us come into the truth, and you got Russia down the street and China down the street. If you actually know the news, the real news, a lot of things going down. We're not going to go into it today. That's not my class.
War's brewing.
There's things brewing, and you're coming to the truth. I don't know what the hell this is about. And the Spirit's telling you, don't be afraid. Just believe in the Scriptures.
Yeah.
Keep these commandments.
Yeah.
Join a camp.
Yeah.
Give yourself. Trust.
Yeah.
Learn the book. Study to show yourself what? Approved. You have to study. Right? Keep reading.
I am thy shield.
I am thy what?
Thy shield.
The Most High has your life collapsing, your world collapsing, your marriage collapsing, or your comfort collapsing. And he's listen. All you have to do is just trust me now. Trust is also an object of being a shield. Because
so what you say, the Most High removes your strongholds, so that it forces you to rely on
He removes your strengths. Because like a lot of us we depend on what we know. That's the nature of man, is depend on his talents, depend on his ability. Some people don't have money, so it's just talent and ability.
Yep.
Or they hustle, or they click, or their group, or what they're known to. We cleave to things for security. The Most High, if you're really coming to the truth, He rips away your security so that He can be your shield. The losing of security is for the purpose of using the Most High and relying on the Most High as a shield.
Because when I'm weak, then I am strong.
Exactly. Keep reading.
I am thy shield. And thy exceeding great reward.
Listen, when you come to the truth, you have to face the loss of everything. That's the part of coming to the truth. You're going to lose something you care about. Yep. Or something's going to be at the threat of loss. Yep. It may not. Some brothers get lucky and they don't lose initially. Some brothers lose and then come in, I lost, or I'm losing.
You don't lose something.
Why am I losing when I'm serving the Lord?
Like, if this is of the Most High, why my car break down? Why am I evicted? Why is my family arguing with me about pork? They don't want to hear it, but they told me to go to church my whole life and believe the Bible. Why am I an outcast? Why am I a reject? Why is the one I lay with in my bosom not with me anymore?
Yeah.
Because the Most High is stripping everything from you so He can be your reward. Because you come into the truth with all these different comforts and things you rely on, you can never really learn to trust the Most High, because I'm already invested in things that I trust previously.
Because you'll trust in your own thoughts, your own ways of dealing with these situations in life. You'll never lean on Him. You'll give credit to everything else. Oh, well, my mom, even though she's not following, look, she was there to help me. She gave me this bread. She did this for me. My uncle did that for my friends. They had my back.
It wasn't the Most High.
It wasn't the Most High.
It was my friends, my mom, my rib, my neighborhood, my homies, my job. A lot of times it's the job.
Strip all of that away so you can see Him. So you can see, you know what, I was down. There was nobody, there was nothing else there but the Most High.
And I had to trust because I didn't know the people previously. So the Most High tries to set the stage to build your faith initially. So that dynamic is an altar. It's a place to the Most High. You're willing to sacrifice yourself to trust and show you that you trust Him. Like Abram did. Keep reading, sir.
And Abram said, the Most High thy power, what wilt thou give me?
Stop right there. Every man is nature. Why am I going to go through all these sacrifice processes? Why am I going through all these changes? What am I going to get in what? Return. That's what any man will ask. And it's not wicked to ask that question. That's the nature of man. Let's go to verse 6.
Verse 6.
And
he believed in the Most High.
And he did what?
And he believed in the Most High.
Read on.
And he counted it for righteousness.
The Most High counts your righteousness not based on are you sinless. We all come to the truth riding dirty, sinful, bad habits, filthy people. We might have a little knowledge here and there, but that don't mean that our conduct and behavior was that of a spiritual person. So the Most High looked at initially when you first came in, your trust and reliance despite your life collapsing around you, you cleaving to the book, the scriptures, and to your belief system, the Most High is presenting to you, that is counted to you for what?
Righteousness.
That's how you know you're righteous. You're righteous when you believe in the Most High despite the odds. When the odds are against you, no matter what's going on in my life, gain or loss, relationships, friendships, because everybody don't care about money. Some people do, but most people, a lot of people don't. A lot of people care about just different things. Yeah. Whatever's money to you, whatever's valuable to you. The deeper you go into the truth, the more what's valuable to you is at a sense of loss.
Yeah.
Because if you're about control, then when you come to the truth and serve the Most High,
all control.
You're going to lose control. If you're about your family, guess what? You're going to be at the threat of losing your family. If you're about bonds and relationships, the truth's going to put a wedge between those comforting relationships and Him. And that is the opportunity the Most High to see, do you really believe? Is your belief going to make you righteous? Or are you going to doubt and fall back into that worldly mentality?
I want to kind of talk about that point a little bit.
Go ahead.
You know, lately in particular, I've been talking to the Spirit. And what I realize is this particular spirit has invested, they've given up, they've essentially given up everything. And they're like, why is things not working out for me? And when you counsel and say, look, you just got to rely on the Most High, they give you this shock face like, what do you mean? Like, that's not going to solve my issue right now. My issue is deeper than just praying to the Lord. He's going to solve it. So what you're saying is, I can't even begin to be not only deemed righteous, but begin to say I love the Lord or even serve Him without believing He's got my back through thick and thin.
You have to initially deal with the spirit of fear and loss, and then respond to the fear and loss with belief and trust. And that's how you really come into the truth. Because knowing the information is one thing. I'm about to listen. Knowing the information is one thing. Information is great, but information is a platform as something to hold on to.
Yeah.
So that, like a baby, when a baby gets on that couch,
exactly,
and his legs are like real wobbly, but they're gonna put their hands on that couch because I know this couch is real.
Yeah.
And this couch is I can use as a platform to keep standing. Yes, sir.
I have a question. So what you're saying is coming to serve the Most High. All of us that are a nation of Israel, right, that believe in the Most High, we have to acknowledge the fact that no matter what, when it comes to our losses, is it safe to say we have to look at that as a reward because the Most High is getting closer to us?
The reward, we just read earlier, the Most High said, I am that exceeding great reward. A lot of Israelites woke up to the Most High during the plagues. You got the water turning to blood, you got nights of darkness, you got lice, you got frogs everywhere. And in the midst of those negative events, you learn the Most High is real.
God, even we had a class about that parable about, Christ was going to the marketplace getting workers, just giving them a penny. We had the guy that got hired in the first hour, which is the old head that's been in the truth for 20, 40 years. Then we got the guys that get hired the 11th hour, when things is about to hit the fan. But to point on your question really quick, remember what Paul said? He said, everything that I've gained, I've counted for nothing. Paul said, look, everything that I established in my life before I was a servant of Christ,
I count all things lost.
Nothing. I counted for lost. It was worthless. It was meaningless. Because the more I lost for Christ's sake, like you said, the closer I got to Christ.
And can I make this point? The Most High is not going to be real until you have to rely on Him. No different than a marriage. When she can always depend on her daddy, mama, then you know what? How can she trust your leadership until she lets go of those familiar bonds?
She's always got plan B.
Because she's coming to our household, not our, but as a man, if you're going to live together, she's trying to live with you. How do I know you're going to keep the lights on? How do I know you're going to sit here and be responsible? How do I know you're going to run the house properly? How do I know I can trust you? Besides just the physical, the physical copulation that exists, right? In the friendship and conversation we had. She's putting her life in your hands. But in order to put her life in your hands, she has to take her life out of somebody else's hands.
Exactly.
That's why the father gives away the daughter, right? In that same sense of a father giving away a daughter, is the Most High has that marriage ceremony of losing one set of circumstances and stability and going to another stage of circumstances and stability. But in that transfer, you're going to have to be somewhat what?
Vulnerable.
Huh?
Vulnerable.
Exactly. You got to be vulnerable. So the Most High calls men and uses vulnerability as a platform to prove their belief. Remember, the belief is what made Abraham righteous.
God.
But you have to have a situation that requires what?
Faith.
Belief or faith. It's not really the worship of the Most High if it's not a situation or condition that requires faith. So Abraham was the father of what? Faith. So if I'm going to, what do we have to get to the Most High? We have to give our vulnerability to the Most High. Next scripture.
Just quick on that point, because he's talking about the reward and accepting the fact that these losses that we take, you know, he's like, well, is that our prize? In actuality, we have to understand that when we're taking these losses and everything, we have to accept that the reward is worth it. We have to accept the fact that, you know what, I am losing this, but what does it matter? That was something that Abraham accepted. Abraham accepted, you know what, you're going to give me this, I'm going to trust in you. That faith of saying, you know what, I know I have this here, and I know I'm moving this, but what I'm gaining, my relationship with you, that's why he said he is the reward. Accepting you as my reward is worth more than anything. And that's what that takes true faith to say, you know what, whatever I got going on doesn't matter as long as I have Christ.
You know, it also shows the testament of Abram, the way he was able to accept his new calling. You don't think he had hopes and dreams? Look, he was in Chaldea, the Chaldeans for 70 years now. You don't think he had hopes and dreams out?
In the land of Chaldea.
Yeah, he was in the land of Chaldea for 7 years. You don't think he was trying to be something?
He had investments out there.
His investments out. He was building up homes. I don't know if
he wasn't some dummy walking around.
You know he was doing things.
Yeah.
And he's getting his message from the Lord like, yeah, your life's going to change. You go ahead and walk around this whole land right here.
Because a lot of us come to the truth, and we come to the truth with nothing.
Yeah.
And we anticipate the gain of things.
Exactly.
Not everybody comes to the truth with nothing. Some people come to the truth with businesses, with houses,
ambitions,
with things going on, with opportunities,
record deals, whatever.
I'm not come on the street in rags and the Lord is here.
Not exactly.
Listen, bro, some of us come in and the truth is
something to lose.
Is a pay reduction for some people.
Yeah.
Now, it's not,
Bring it out.
People always think, oh, you come to the truth, you're gonna gain. No, some people come to the truth is a reduction in pay. Some people come to the truth is reduction in personal time. I went from 18 hours a day is on me, do whatever I want to do, to like 2 hours a day. Like you got 12 to 2. That's lay down the line. That's down the line.
No, but some men, you know, they work the 8 to 5s, and now they're working nighttime to nighttime. Right? You know, they don't see the day no more. They're not going home when it's daytime. Right?
Your life is not going to be based on your set of circumstances, and that is the beginning of faith. That I'm going to accept the change of circumstances.
Exactly.
That is how you show the Most High you believe.
And that exchange is worth it to me.
The exchange is worth it, and the vulnerability is worth it, and dealing with the clouds and walls and layers of fear is proof that the Most High is there.
Yep.
I gotta pull one scripture. I didn't want to pull the scripture, but this scripture, I gotta pull it now. I have to pull it because I read the scripture years ago, and it never it just blew my mind, bro. Here we go. We're coming right there. Right here, dedicates the Temple of Solomon. Yeah. Second Chronicles 6:1.
Second Chronicles chapter 6 verse 1.
Yeah.
Then said Solomon, the Most High had said that he would dwell in the thick darkness.
Solomon said the Most High said he would dwell in the thick what?
Darkness.
You can't perceive, you can't see what the hell this darkness is. He said the Most High said, I dwell in the thick darkness. Remember, walk by faith, not by sight. It says not the kingdom come without what? Observation. So at this time, he dedicated the temple. The Most High enters in the form of what?
The thick of darkness.
Thick darkness. You're not going to be able to visually perceive the Father. He's the invisible power. You're not going to see us. It's going to work out.
I mean, you know what? That's perfect. It was so funny. I just had this conversation with a brother in the truck. I was working. You know, he asked me, he said, what's your goals in life? Like, what's your goals for the future? I said, I can't answer that. I said, I can't set a goal for something I don't know is going to happen. If I can't physically, if I'm living my faith, right?
Yeah.
And I can't physically set up what I want to do in my life. Why would I even waste my time with that? It's folly. It's almost folly because it's like I'm not gonna give my spirit to something that's completely out of my hands.
Expectation.
Yeah, exactly. I can't set an expectation that I won't meet. It's all I can do is disappointment.
Listen,
Hope deferred, making the heart sick.
And one thing that hurts people in the truth is they keep building these expectations. And they put these almost like these restraints in the Most High. Like they're trying to force the Most High.
Exactly.
If you do this, I will do this. You try to go into negotiation mode with God.
Exactly.
With the Most High.
Exactly.
If you do this, I'll do this. If you do this, I'll do this. If you do this, I'll do this. It's this deal system. We all do this. We all do this with the Most High initially. Well, if you do this,
I promise you,
then I will
never do this again.
We all do that. But listen, the Most High like cool. Listen, in the beginning, okay, I'll do whatever until you believe. But once
you're unlearned, you don't know better.
Well, you don't know any better. But once you're here, you have to believe in me because I'm your reward.
Exactly.
You gotta quit looking at other things in your life as the reward. The ribs the reward, the cars the reward, the jobs the reward, the times the reward, the certain family situations the reward. No, the Most High said, I am thy reward. That's what he said. When he appeared to Abram, right? He appeared to him, Abram had to make an altar. When he had to go to work, he had to build the altar. You gotta keep investing on this platform to show the Most High you're thankful for appearing to you, because he didn't appear to everybody. Many prophets and righteous men wish to hear that which you hear and see that which you see of what? Heard not. Your cousins, your family, they don't understand this. They don't get this. Sometimes you really don't get this. But you get this.
This has been a mystery for generations.
The Most High said, listen, I'm going to go on the thick darkness. Everybody's not going to understand me. I'm going to manifest myself to you. Now, what do you do? What is your course of action after the Most High crystal clear manifests himself to you? What is your, not react, what is your
choice?
Your succession of choices to give the Most High back what he's manifested to you? His presence. What do you do with the Most High has manifested himself? Now it's the ball's in your court. What are you going to do?
How you going to respond?
So how are you going to respond? Your response to the Most High manifesting himself to you shows your faith or lack of faith.
Or appreciation.
It shows your appreciation for him. He's not manifesting himself to all men. And he dwells in the thick darkness. What is your succession of choices and events? And how you respond to your life? Once the Most High has shown himself crystal clearly, he's there with you. Right. What do you do next? Let's keep reading. So now, let's go to 2 Maccabees 2:1. So that was Abraham's process of giving himself to the Father. That was his experience. Now we're going to go into Moses.
Brother, you need an apocrypha?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
2 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 1 in the book 140, page 140.
Thank you, sir.
In the Apocrypha reads, and how that the prophet
2 Maccabees 2:1.
It is also found in the records that Jeremy the prophet commanded them that were carried away to take of the fire, as it have been signified.
Read on.
And how that the prophet, having given them the law,
read,
charged them not to forget the commandments of the Lord.
Not to forget the commandments of the Lord, read.
And that they should not err in their minds.
They should not err in their minds, read.
When they see images of silver and gold with their ornaments.
So the Most High is talking to you. He's dealing with you. But don't lose focus on the Most High. He's giving you commandments. You can't see commandments. You can't really. Look. Commandments is this precepts, orders of rule of this. Really, it's discipline. Okay. I'm giving you these disciplines. Don't get distracted by ornaments or tangible blessings or the physical realm around you. Yeah. That is a distraction for most men.
And that's in our nature. That's why he.
I'm in the pursuance of the Most High, according to the records.
Yep.
And all of a sudden I look up and there's temptations around me.
Yeah.
And there's other opportunities. That's like your woman being like, I want to be with you. And then here comes some other dude out of her past popping up. Hey, you know, I know we was in high school. I always was together for 5 years. I know we broke up. But
I just want to see if you
I always
changed.
thought about you. I always thought about you and I always wanted to be back together. Right when y'all about to get together, he pops up on her Facebook.
You got the engagement ring out.
He pops up in the text message.
You got the ring out. You're like, man,
This
I wanna do
happens,
it.
huh?
This is real.
This happens to a lot of people. Happened to me. I'm like, what the? This? It just pops by nowhere. I'm like,
I've got no comments to that
I
one.
still love you. Out of nowhere?
What?
We're about to build a household and a family.
Oh, man.
And it's just doop. That's why I was like, what is this Facebook when it first came out?
I miss you.
This doop.
Dot. 3 dots out.
The
Hey, the 3 dots gives time to think.
Yeah, you know what it is.
I miss
Like
you.
you're what y'all are building is unfamiliar, but we grew up together. We have nostalgia.
Oh man, we got history. Hey.
That's what happens when you're coming into the truth. And some people come into the truth and they're right there about to grow into the Most High, and then all these other physical, tangible. Remember, the Most High is the one in the thick darkness. You can't see the Most High, but you can see these gold. You can see gold.
Yep.
You can see silver.
Yep.
You can see these ornaments. I mean, these things they're obviously beneficial.
Precious things.
Hey,
man.
listen, son, I know you're coming to the truth, but I always wanted you to be on our team. I want you. I got that scholarship. Finally, the scholarship came through.
And you gonna start.
And,
First year, freshman year.
These things happen. These things happen to a lot of brothers, huh? For the rapper brothers,
I'm gonna start.
and for the brothers that would be rapping out, as soon as you got on the truth, brothers like, man, I got the deal. I said,
Yes.
I'm gonna put you on, my nigga.
University's at the door.
I'm gonna put you on, and you know the track's ready. And I know you got that fire. Come through, bro.
Oh, man.
It's Texas. Everybody's blowing from Texas. Everybody's blowing.
Hey, we getting you on that radio right
Right
now.
now.
Listen.
Right now.
Listen, everybody wants you, man.
SoundCloud
Everybody,
going crazy
what are you
right
doing
now.
with those dudes?
Meet me at the radio station.
Listen. We gonna talk to the DJ. Or listen, we just got signed, bro. And I know I got you.
Just ride with us.
Just ride with us. Or people that aren't musical, it might be that. Listen, you at the magic position, the position you've been lusting for.
You got your dream job.
Oh my God.
It comes out of nowhere.
It's like, listen, man, I've been thinking about you. I came up. I want you to work right with me, man. We homies. We came up together. I got the job for you, bro.
You just got to move states though.
You gotta move. You
gotta move
have to
states.
leave whatever you're doing.
You gotta leave that.
You have to leave
Now.
that.
You gotta leave right now.
Right now, though.
You know right now you're gonna get
The Most High draws you to leave what's familiar to you, to Him, but Satan or anything that's a distraction
the same thing.
leads you from the physical place of the Most High and draws you into another realm. And sometimes you see the brothers that do that, and they'll come back 2 years later like, damn, brother, I was in a loop. I don't know what happened, bro. I forgot all these scriptures. You know why? Because that spirit was seducing you away from your experience.
Yeah,
So you can really believe the Most High for yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of us believe in the Most High through other men. How about that?
Yeah.
Oof.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
The Bible says, rejoice in thyself and not another.
Ah.
I used to be that way. My faith was the fact that this brother right here, I came to the truth, but the brother called me the truth was super powerful. He was like all dynamic. He was like a god. He was like, this guy get wavy Puerto Rican hair, bro. He was like, sure, man. Wavy. You watch that movie? You watch that movie Chess Out? That movie Chess Out? There's a movie called Chess. There's this little black kid, and his dad is teaching him chess. And then there's that Puerto Rican drug dealer dude was all like, he's like gangster with the hair all wavy, from New York guy. Fresh. My bad, Fresh.
Chess out.
The dude's like, the dude I met was that character, huh? He was that dude. He was that exact dude. He popped up, shalom, huh? Everything around
Power.
him, everything is strength, huh?
You're dropping scriptural bars right now.
Scripture on scripture, knowledge on knowledge, everything's sharp, everything's clean. There's not one wrinkle. Spot on. Eldorado Cadillac, leather seats. School classroom is always immaculate.
That's funny.
The podium's dope. It's shiny. The wood is outstanding. You see incense, brothers going into the spirit, about to make you cry and shit. Like, oh, that was my life. That was my life. I was in captivity and slavery. I've been looking for the truth my whole life. We all feel the spirit. Brothers coming with strength, huh? It's about power. And then 3 months later, brother quit the truth. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm around strangers. I'll trust you. I don't trust these other fucking dudes. Who are these guys? I don't know these guys.
These guys with beards, huh?
I trust the guy from Fresh. Everything's strength, bro. I can show you no weakness. This is the Most High, brother. Gold chain shining like hell out of the Star David. Everything's potent. I'm like, damn, it's gotta be the truth. It's gotta be the truth. 3 months later, bro, like just didn't show up to class no more. What the? This was some podium, bro, just disappeared. I'm in the room with strangers. I don't know these guys nothing. The guy I saw before, at least he worked. I knew he was working at. You know what I'm saying? I knew he worked at.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm giving my life going to war with my mom. Telling her that she's wicked and she's gonna go to hell.
He's changed, mom.
You eating pork, you go to hell, and I ain't finna be here no more. I'm leaving this house, man. I'm finna leave. I'm gone. This house is wicked, huh? You're sitting here, and the dude that called you in, his car stopped showing up.
Wow.
He had 2 fly cars.
You can't see that Cadillac no more.
Yeah, the Cadillac was going hard. I can believe in this. You're riding in, and you got 150,000 playing. Like yeah, me and you, your mama, and you're like, I ride like this. The car, the sound ain't there, the car ain't there. Everybody's gone except for the brothers, unfamiliar brothers. I'm like, what did I get myself into, bro?
Yeah.
That's what the Most High showed me. You have to believe this for yourself.
And why is that? Ecclesiastes 2:1 says what? My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, to prepare thy soul for temptation.
I didn't know that scripture. I didn't read that scripture yet. But I'm barely studying. I ain't lying.
But you know, this is the kicker.
I ain't know they popular yet.
But this is the kicker. He says, when you come to serve the Lord, but it doesn't stop.
No.
The temptation keeps going. So yeah, that's why this man, after all this time, it just met him down the road. That potency was there in the beginning, but that temptation kept coming.
Oh, it hit him. But listen, I didn't know what we're doing here. What are we doing here? I'm just going to the west side. I'm just hearing scriptures.
So even him leaving becomes a temptation that you got to be prepared for, because you could have been tempted to leave with him.
Listen, I was. I'm like, if you don't believe,
I'm trying to follow the Cadillac.
The Cadillac is not showing up anymore.
Where's the Cadillac go?
Where's the lack at? The lack is gone. He's not at the job no more. I know he's there every day.
The truth was in the lack.
I passed by and he was always there. He was always there.
Hey,
where is he?
You walk in the mall real fast, look and see.
Where is he? Listen. I trusted this guy. This guy I trusted, right? I saw him every day for years, and he just selling them. He's at the mall. I know where he's gonna be. I can trust you're gonna be here. You're there every day, bro. So just evaporate off the face of the earth. Where is this person that dropped all this knowledge on me and told me the Most High is real and you gotta believe the Father and nothing else matters but the Most High? Where is he at? He is gone. That's what happens when you put your faith and you make your faith about tangible people and not you make your faith. I believe in the experience I'm having with the Most High. I believe in the scriptures I'm reading. I'm going to believe this for myself so I can give myself. We do it because, my cousin said the truth is real. Or my rib, she kind of likes class, and now I want to lose her. Some people come in because they rib believe. Yep. And that's cool for a very short period of time. Yep. I'm going to pull that comfort zone that's on you off. Whatever was making you feel trust to believe the camp.
Exactly.
Whatever your belief was, whatever was your tangible physical belief,
he's going to sever it out.
He's going to find a way to sever or make it unstable so that you believe the Most High, not based off just the building. Yep. The building was dope. Yep. The Cadillac was dope. The music was vibe. The friendship that you had was good. Yep. No, you got to believe in this word, bro. You got to believe in the words you're reading now. But it's scary because I didn't know what this was about. Right? So let's keep reading. Where we at right now?
Verse 2 again, from the top.
Uh-huh.
And how that the prophet, having given them the law, charged them not to forget the commandments of the Lord.
He said, don't you forget what I'm teaching you. You're sitting here believing in this man, which is great. I mean, it's great for a very, very, very brand new person.
Yeah.
But are you believing in the commandments I'm teaching you?
Exactly.
Are you believing in the discipline I'm trying to show you? Are you believing in the lifestyle I'm showing you? Are you believing in the book I'm giving you? Most men just, well, I don't got to believe in the book because I got these people with me.
Exactly.
Read.
Come. And that they should not err in their mind.
Don't err in your mind. Read.
When they see images of silver and gold with their ornaments.
That new job, that new contract, or that new woman that don't want to be in the truth, but she loves you. You're like, wow, do I really want to do this now? Keep reading.
Verse 3. And with other such speeches exhorted he them, that the law should not depart from their heart.
Because all these different things that pop up around you when you're trying to serve the Most High is trying to make them the priority. Yeah. The job got to be the priority. The rib that don't believe the Most High got to be the priority. Mom and daddy, who's been there for you since the beginning, we're the priority. Or your own program is the priority. These are the objects or the items of silver and gold in your life. Keep reading.
Verse 4. It was also contained in the same writing that the prophet, being warned of the Most High, commanded the tabernacle and the covenant, and the ark to go with him, as he went forth into the mountain, where Moses climbed up.
Key word. Moses did what?
Climbed up.
Read on.
And saw the heritage of the Most High.
So what did he have to do to see the Most High?
Climb up.
He had to climb the mountain.
You had to put the work in.
See, we want to be on the top of the mountain, look down and say, oh, I believe the Most High. Look at all this.
Exactly.
Look at all the people.
Exactly.
Look at all the rewards.
They're waiting for me.
Look at all the tents.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at all the opportunities, brother.
Exactly.
The Most High is here. Look at the chariots. The chariots are right there. They're spinning in the sky. This has got to be the truth. No. Abram had to climb the mountain.
No, Moses.
I'm sorry, Moses. It says Moses in my. I'm tripping. I'm sorry about that. Moses had to climb the mountain. Then he got to see the heritage of the Most High. We want to see the heritage. We're backwards, bro. We want to see all the rewards and powers and blessings and the truth and understanding. We want to understand first, then move, then climb the mountain. It don't work that way, bro.
Shit, some don't even want to climb the mountain now.
Brother,
the Jews require a sign.
We require a sign. And guess what? The Most High creates the mountain. You know what the mountain is? Difficult circumstances. Challenges. Obstacles that you cannot see that require exertion. Because climbing a mountain, that's my check, isn't just a walk in the park, bro.
Look, at every altitude you go up by, the first thoughts that come to your head is, why am I doing this? Do I really want to reach this top?
And they always say when you climb a mountain, don't what?
Don't look down.
Don't look down.
You look down.
It's over with.
You look down, you're gonna get Here comes that mind illusion. What do you think your wife's experiencing?
Yeah.
What do you think she's dealing with? You don't think the Most High is dealing with her the same way she's dealing with you? And she don't believe? Your children. Some of us might have kids. I don't have any kids, but some of us do have kids. And they're going to be older. You don't think the Most High has to confirm their belief? They got to believe for themselves? They got to believe for themselves, and they can't look down either. Everybody can't look down. Everybody can't look back. And some of us do this just to do it. And their head gets all messed up. You better get your head right, because you're on a mountain. You can fall off this mountain and die spiritually. A lot of us, we're exerting ourselves, we look down, freak out, and we freeze up. And that man will be on that mountain for like 3 years at the same altitude like this. Yeah. Just like look like almost like a locust. You ever see those locusts in those trees out? They just stuck out. Yeah. You're like, what is? And you look up, it's just a shell. It's not even the locust anymore. It's just the exoskeleton of the locust on the tree like this. It's like, I was here. Right? You see a shell, but that locust has been long. That's our body and our spirit. You're climbing the mountain with the Most High, exerting yourself, and you get stuck at a certain altitude, and then your spirit goes somewhere else. But your physical body is, quote unquote, in the truth.
That's where the spinning the wheels comes in.
That's when you're not seeing growth. you're not seeing the heritage of the Most High. How can you see the Most High's heritage if you have it at the top of the mountain? And for some of us, I'm gonna be honest with you, some of us that mountain's a 10-year mountain. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't for everybody. Some people climb the mountain faster than others. For me, it took 10 years to climb the mountain. It took me 10 years to believe, I believe the truth was real, but I'm like, after 10 years, this was the benefits of the Most High. I didn't see the benefit. It took me 10 years to see it took me 10 years to see the benefit. At first, it's just, I sold a bottle of oil. Ooh, 32.40.
Yeah, 32.40.
21.63.
Yep.
I'm in a sale. That was how big my faith was. Man, if you could just help me sell one bottle of oil, Lord,
one roll on.
Please, because everybody's rejecting me. Nobody likes me here. They're like this. I don't like you. I don't like anything. I don't like anything about you. I'm not buying anything from you, and I don't like you. I want you to know that. That's everybody. Like, we just don't like you, and you're with these guys. What's
No, I don't want to talk to you. No.
And what's up with that beard you got? Back in the day, when you had a beard, it was like you were a terrorist. Like, why do you have a beard? You would be cute if you cut that beard, right? You would be so much cuter. Why are you dressing with those things on your? What are those things on your? For brothers that like to work like a lot of fringes. Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing? I thought you had a future for people that had potential in the world.
You'll never get a woman dressed like that.
Yeah. You never get a woman like that. Or I wanted so much more for you. You were supposed to be this.
It's always the worst when
it's the person
like high school.
The person, my teacher, bro. She popped up, bro. She popped up at the UPS, bro. And she like inspired me, like it's like that one white lady that inspired the black kid, the little black kid. It was that story, like there are some good white people. It was that experience, bro. Cause she was there for me, bro. She came through for the homie, bro.
Yeah.
I had a bad year, and she came through. And like, you can't tell me you're no good white people. You can't say that. Cause she came through. Most I just used her to come through for me. Exactly. I look up. What are you doing? You told me you were going to do this with your life. I'm like, sitting here like, I'm about to get this bottle of oil and send it to the I'm putting a bottle of oil in the mailbox to go to some place they wanted a refill. I just got told to do this. I'm just following orders here. I'm just being told to do, like I'm not my own man. Right? In the midst of trying to be my own, trying to follow orders, I thought you were gonna. It was the you let me down.
Yeah, that's the word.
You let me down because you're doing that spiritual thing.
Yep.
You have to deal with these different layers to prove you're trying to see the heritage of the Most High. You have to let people down that expect certain things of you. So the Most High, that you'll take that death. You'll take that emotional death, or that mental death, or that reputational death. So the Most High, you really believe in Him, and they can't see the God that's with you, because He's in the thick darkness. They can't see the Most High is with you, and you're just this deranged weirdo now.
You know, it's like the Most High allows these things to happen to see if you're. I use the word convinced. The Most High used the word persuaded in Romans 14:5. The B portion of that, he says, "Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind." It's not in the person that brought you in the truth's mind, your mom's mind, your sister's mind, this person's mind, your teacher's mind. The Most High is trying to see, are you fully persuaded? Are you fully engaged? Are you really about this all the way? And if not, then you'll go into these stagnant situations where you won't grow, or you'll digress, you'll go back to the world, or not even just fully back in the world, you'll go back just to a couple old habits here and there.
Exactly. Or the shame will affect you. There's a shaming scenario that affects you. You're telling me you're waiting for somebody to tell you what to do? Another man's telling you what to do? Where I was raised, don't let no man tell you what to do.
Pride check, right?
Don't you ever let no man tell you what to do. I didn't raise you like that. I did not raise you to follow nobody's orders. But you're quick to tell me to join the Air Force, though. You tell me to join the Air Force. You tell me, baby, I want you to join the Air Force.
He's a discipline in your life.
I want you
to the drill sergeant.
Listen, that's real. Listen. Listen, your daddy's daddy. It was all in the military.
God.
So you gonna get up and get out of this house and join the military, or you gonna go to college? Because you're my baby.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be listening to a white man tell me what to do, or I'm gonna listen to some other white man tell me what to do. But when you're in the truth, quote unquote, it's almost like that Lil Wayne song. I ain't never had don't you listen to them niggas. That's that slave mentality we came up with.
But you're gonna listen to somebody no matter what.
Because listen, how about this? How about your mother in her experience in life? She was let down by men. So now she's projecting her fears on you.
Yep.
And you're that emotional connection you have with your mom, that mind state and that mentality is on you because of her traumas. So can you get past and that's why initially Most High is dissecting you from your land, your kindred, and your own will, to give the chance to clearly see the Most High is appearing to you. And it's creating that mountain so that you can keep going higher and higher and exert yourself more and more to where you climb so high, what's the point of looking down? I put this much work in to climb to see the Most High's heritage. Why look down now?
Right.
He's trying to create an apparatus or scenario for you to completely give yourself, because he's manifests himself to you. That's the dynamic you're going to be dealing with, not just in the truth initially, like you'll bring up, but multiple times throughout the truth. It's not just one time. Keep reading.
Come. Where Moses climbed up and saw the heritage of the Most High.
He saw the heritage of the Most High. Let's go to Exodus 3 and 4 through 5.
Exodus chapter 3 and verse 4.
Yes, sir.
And when the Most High saw that he turned aside to see, the Most High called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses.
The Most High called him in this weird situation. He walks up and he sees a burning bush. Then the burning bush, the Most High is calling him out the burning bush. Read on.
It said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am.
What did Moses say?
Here I am.
The Most High, Moses said, Here I am.
Here am I.
Not my money, not my car, not my possessions. Moses said, Here I am. I want to present myself to you. The Most High was calling you, not what you have. He was calling you. Keep reading.
And he said, Draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet. For the place whereupon thou standest is holy ground.
Take this serious.
There you go.
Take this serious. Look, you're going to put some respect on this. I'm calling you, but you're going to put some respect behind it. Take your shoes off. This is holy ground.
So the Most High is creating the dynamic. You better respect this. That's why you might have captains that might be overboard. Maybe you need overboard captains because you don't take anything serious, G. Maybe that's why you have asshole captains temporarily. How about that? Maybe things are tight and serious because by nature you like things to be light and soft and fun and fluffy. But Most High is a man of war.
Yeah.
He can't walk around and have you in a plush life.
So he's not gonna just let you just come to him however.
You can't just come to him, everything's silky. Oh man, no, the Most High. It was all silk robes, huh? It was like a Diddy. It was like a Diddy video. We came up, everybody's wearing silks and riding in Bentleys, and everything's. Is this a party, y'all? No, the Most High didn't call you to a party like that, bro.
Yeah.
He called you to a situation that requires your 100% full attention. Take off your shoes. This is holy ground, meaning respect this. The word holy means separate.
True.
This is different than everything else that you've done in your life. I can do that, man. I did karate, man. I can do this. I did some karate. I was hooping. I got that. I don't know how to do it, coach. Come on, coach, call me. Put me in, coach. This is school. No, I just all I gotta do is just write this paper. I got it. Okay, what you want me to do? Okay, I got it.
Yep.
No, Most High gonna create the situation to be unfamiliar on purpose, to see how much you respect it. Do you respect this? Do you respect what the Most High is bringing you into?
Yeah.
I want you to present yourself. Here I am. And now I want to see if you respect it. So you're going to be put in uncomfortable conditions. And this is the truth. Why are we sitting here in a brownstone with rats in it? I'm not saying us, but I'm talking about in the past. Brothers that asleep in the past, brothers that asleep in a building with no heat, with mice, and they had
Philistines.
Listen, bro.
Fight the Philistines.
With mice and Philistines in the snow of New York, and that was the truth.
That was the truth.
So you're coming from this life where mommy and daddy's house is cool, to a abandoned building. Some brothers down here, the way our first, now I wasn't there at the time, but when this city was established, brothers were living literally in an abandoned building.
Yeah.
Where brothers lived at, they lived on wood beds, made out of wood, and they lived in a condemned building. And they would use the bathroom in buckets and had to use the restroom in buckets and throw it out because everything broke down. It was, obviously it's an abandoned building.
That was the truth, though.
And that was the truth at that time period. And it's way before my time. But when I was Jake, I passed by and saw this brother. I was like, who are these dudes? He just, I was Jake. I'm just getting my Jake on, bro.
Yeah.
Jake in it. This Jake, everything's cool. I'm Jake. And I ain't worried about nothing, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I don't know about you, but I'm good. I see these brothers with these long ass hair and long ass beard looking crazy out in front of Merceburger on the east side. And I'm like, I saw it, ping. I could never forget it. Now look up. I'm in middle school. And I see the same brothers in the hot ass sun jumping, selling clothes in the street, looking crazy, just jumping, dancing, selling clothes in the street, just dancing, selling clothes in the street. Like why are these black men selling clothes in the street and dancing? This is San Antonio. This is not New York.
No.
Maybe that's New York kind of energy, but this is Texas, bro.
Yeah,
There ain't nobody
Well,
singing.
Nobody's
dancing.
Maybe Houston, but nah.
Nobody's dancing in the streets with clothes, bro. What the hell what are they doing? What are those dudes doing? What are they doing?
Like, I don't know what they're doing, but I don't want to be them.
Exactly.
I'll be
Now
those
look
guys.
up, and I'm in the street. I'm in the street doing crazy shit.
Wake up, you one of those guys.
What the hell is going on? This is years later. I'm in the Most High gave me some AC. He said, "Here, you can get some AC. Do that monkey dance and some AC." I was doing it.
That's an improvement.
Listen, I'm at the gas station. You got $2? Listen, we have a raffle ticket, and we're building a daycare.
Gosh.
Nobody walks around the street collecting money in the street saying they're gonna do a daycare. Nobody does that.
No, but
Nobody's walking the street.
Want some cigarettes?
I got this raffle tickets, and you said you get this prize. You get a trip vacation to Hawaii when that used to matter. You get a big screen TV, and you get a trip to Hawaii, and all we're asking you is $1, $2, dollar donation or $2. We'll give you a raffle ticket, and you get to win a prize. And this right here builds a daycare for minorities. There's already minority daycares out there, bro.
Yeah.
They have black people have kids, Latinos have kids, and they have to go somewhere.
Yep.
Or they want to watch their own kids.
Yeah, they want to watch their own kids.
Yep.
I'm sitting here in front of gas stations. I'm at Walgreens. I'm going to colleges, campuses. I look like I'm homeless out here, bro. Then people I knew from church are looking at me like,
What you doing, bro?
they don't even know who it's me. They didn't recognize me.
That's funny.
They treat me like dog crap. That's how I realized people I grew up with were full of shit.
Yeah.
Because you recognize me? It's me. They're like, listen, man, I don't want that. You can't have $2. I don't want you. Get a real job. And I'm like, wow, man, this is how people really are that I grew up around.
Yeah.
But the Most High puts you in situations where you have to be a fool for Christ's sake and way out your comfort zone.
And die daily. Yeah.
So
That's
we're not selling $2 raffle tickets in the sun no more and dancing in the streets with clothes. But the Most High has a dynamic that you're not comfortable with.
Nope.
He gonna make you uncomfortable.
And if you get comfortable, it gets harder.
He gonna make it more uncomfortable to see if you believe this. Are you gonna take this serious?
Exactly.
This is holy ground. I'm gonna take you completely out of your normal dynamic. I'm gonna take you completely out of everything that's familiar with you. And when Abraham believed in the Most High, it was imputed for him in righteousness. You're righteous to the Most High because you believe, regardless of how unfamiliar your circumstances are, and you still give yourself. It's the nature of man that this is unfamiliar. Let me not give myself. That is natural. That is also doubt. So the Most High creates a temporary circumstance because the camp wasn't always in that condition. But it creates a temporary circumstance to see if you believe. And it's a circumstance you're not familiar with that is not normal. For people that come to truth another way, they might come to truth off an internet video. You know what I'm saying? And they have to deal with physical people eventually and be like, what is this? That's unfamiliar. I'm used to the comfort of my own home, watching whatever I want to watch on YouTube. Whatever the Most High is calling you into, He's calling to them that's completely contrary to what you're used to see if you're going to remain in that circumstance, to prove your belief. See, we think the Most High to prove himself to us. It's the other way around, bro. We got to prove ourselves to him. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Next scripture, Psalm 160.
No.
You asked me.
Just on your point.
Pull it.
Yeah. Can we go to Ecclesiastes 4:17?
Uh-huh.
Ecclesiastes 4:17.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 17.
In the page 73 of the Apocrypha. Page
Mhm.
73 in the Apocrypha.
Whenever you're ready, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
For at the first,
So when we first come into this, when we're first making these steps into the truth, and we're going through the days, and we're trying to show the Most High that we appreciate Him, what's gonna happen?
she will walk with him by crooked ways.
So we're gonna start to go through some things. We're gonna go through these rejections. We're gonna go through these temptations, these things that pull us away from the truth, these opportunities that come up. We're gonna go through these. It's not just gonna be a straight path to I'm good now.
Yeah.
I made it. There's no obstacles in my way.
Kingdom.
I'm good. Bible time. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not gonna be that. You're gonna go through some things. You're gonna go through some crooked paths. When you're going through things that are crooked, it's not straight. There's obstacles. You got to go around this. You got to go over that. There's things that you have to overcome. Read.
And bring fear.
So there's gonna be fear with it. Fear of rejection. Fear. What if this doesn't work out? Can I trust the Most High? I hear what He says He'll do for me, but I have this fear. Read.
And dread upon him.
And you begin to dread because you'll begin to muse on these things in your mind. Okay, well, I could do this. My peoples is doing that. I'm afraid to fail because then I'll look stupid.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I got all this dread, this fear that's going to build up in me. Read.
And torment
It
him.
can begin to torment you.
Because you can't see how it's going to work out. It doesn't make any logical sense.
Doesn't
for
make
the
any
for the logic guys,
Come on.
that's the death of the logic guy.
Come on.
That's why it says different kinds of personalities. There's the emotional man coming to the truth. It has to feel right. Everything's got to feel right. It's got to. This feels good.
It feels holy.
This is a good feeling. Well, guess what?
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
If you're an emotional guy, the good feelings are turned to a bad feeling.
Real quick.
Because it can't be what you're used to.
You can't. Then that's not a crooked path. That's not bad. That's easy.
For the guy that has to be 100% logic and everything has to be in order and structured and everything has to make perfect sense, it's not going to make any
There's
sense.
going to be some confusion in you.
Because how are you going to believe in the Father if it's based off your normal routine,
True.
your normal perspective? If you're the emotionalist guy, or the logical guy, or if you're the familial guy, where it's just family energy, and everything has to feel like family. You feel like everybody's a damn stranger. The brother's gonna be anti-social around you. I thought these brothers was cool. You get to know him like, I want to talk to you. How about that? Most thing is supposed to be everybody's cool.
Exactly.
You're gonna have a lot of jerks in the truth, right? Not all. There's some guys there's some guys you can get along with. There's like one or two guys that you can connect to. And the rest are anti-you by nature.
It's different.
They're just socially awkward. How about that?
I do not understand that.
There's gonna be socially awkward moments with the guys you're trying to connect to or the sisters you're trying to connect to. It's just, why is everybody socially awkward? Because you got people coming from Kansas, Detroit, New York, Florida, the Latino world, the Negro world, the hood world, the educational world, the world of privilege, the world of poverty, the world of the middle class, the athletic world,
combined world,
the non-athletic world. One brother's eating he's eating just herbs all day, other brother's eating just straight fried chicken all day. All these worlds are coming together. All these worlds are coming. That's what the truth is. It's all these worlds, all these people and personalities that you're not going to initially understand. So if you're a person that has to have familiar bonds with everyone, and I want everybody just to feel good, I just want to be your brother.
You'll be clashing heads, us.
That means you're going to be bucking heads like those goats in the mountains.
So you're talking about good vibes only.
I'm going to come to the truth if it's good vibes only. No, you're going to be sitting here dealing with the everything is. I'm not going to say the word. I'm not going to say bad language online. But everything going to be is just who has the hardest head.
Yeah, exactly.
Or everything's this competition. Why is everything a competition, huh? Like, I just want to read the Bible. Oh, no, I got the scripture first. I got it first. Hell no. I call it first.
My turn.
I'm going to break it down. Listen, bro, we're all reading the same Bible, bro. We're all Israelites here. No. I'm going to break it down. I got the thesaurus. I got the other definition. I got the other definition of the definition.
My verse is highlighted.
I got the etymology. You got the etymology. I got the etymology.
I'm reading it out the Bible. You on your phone.
Yeah, man. I'm like, bro.
Exactly. That's funny.
Why are we competing here? Everything is a competition. So that scenario is created. Or if you do everything slow pace and everything at your own leisure, everybody's going 1,000 miles an hour. And you always feel like you're behind. That's the dynamic. Whatever your normal dynamic is, it's got to be contrary to that so that you can give the Most High some type of sacrifice. Your presence has to be a sacrifice. For the people that are going 1,000 miles an hour, like that was me. I was trying to do everything like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Everything was moving slow.
Yep.
Every day is slow. The class is slow. Slow, Mark. Your whole body, like what the? Bro, everything is slow. I'm trying to get out and just get it done. I need action, huh? I need action to keep myself distracted. That's what I need to function. I need distraction to function. No, huh? Everything is gonna be slow. Stand in inspection for 45 minutes and without talking about anything. Just stand there for 45 minutes and be uncomfortable and have your body itching, and you better not move because you're losing discipline. Huh? You better stand there and wait till I have some. You better wait till I have something to say. Brothers in the back office just laughing and joking. You take the truth so serious. You're like 100% serious. Like the truth is a serious thing. I'm taking everything serious. And the brothers are just it's Def Comedy Jam in the back office. Or if you're trying to have a good time, shalom, and you're fucking laughing, but like, ain't nothing funny here, huh?
Yeah, why is that just a smile, man? What?
Ain't nothing funny here, huh? There's nothing funny here.
It's all
if you think it's funny, get the if it's funny.
It's supposed to be grave.
If it's funny, get the F out of here then. You think everything's a joke? Go back to the world and go smoke crack and see how funny it is. Bro, like, whoa, bro. I just want to be a brother. I just want to be a brother.
I'm gonna read the Bible.
No. If you need that jokey environment, everything's super life or death.
Exactly. Right.
If you're super serious and you're that everything's uptight, we're like, just relax, just have faith. Huh? What's going on with you? Huh?
True.
Let's counsel. Let's counsel. The Most High is gonna take you out of your nature. If you need bonds, I need somebody I can trust, somebody I can just talk to. Okay, you're gonna trust and talk to a way older man. That's not in your youth group.
Okay.
Because guys like to talk to people that are in their familiarity group.
Yeah.
No. You're gonna talk to somebody that's completely opposite of you. You can talk to a complete opposite human being than you.
Exactly.
So whatever your dynamic is, if it's a slow dynamic, if it's a fast dynamic, if it's a jokey, laughy dynamic, if it's a super serious dynamic,
or the brother that comes in and is okay with just following. I like following. I like following orders. I don't want to take responsibility for nothing. All of a sudden I'm getting thrust into this leadership.
Most likely gonna make you have to sit there and take all this responsibility.
That you asked for.
It's life or death responsibility. It's not going to be normal responsibility. If you don't do this right,
the business will fall apart.
If you don't do this right, everybody loses. If you don't do this right, everybody starves. Now, I want that.
That's real.
I came in that environment like I'm like, okay, listen. If I don't make this many cells a day, that we can't eat. We're talking about we can't. The babies will starve. Literally.
Or the doors just stay
the
closed.
Doors won't be open.
Yeah.
And that's real.
Yeah.
Listen, the white man will pop up and say, no.
No.
If you don't be 100% sharp and your shirt's crisp and iron and you're 100% meditating in scriptures every day and every conversation is phenomenal, how's your day going? Really? What's your passion? What's your passion?
really care about what you're talking about.
I cannot lose focus at all. It can only be about you. If you can't be that way to make enough sales to make sure that the doors stay open, this is different ebbs and flows of the truth. Yeah. Different seasons of the truth. It ain't that way now. But we have a different dynamic now.
Shoot,
it's still the same dynamic.
It's still that dynamic.
It's the same dynamic. It's just not It's more logistical and it's more manual. When I came in, it was you better say the right words at the right time. You better do everything right, and you better be the most charismatic man ever, or we can't eat. I'm like, oh shit. I gotta really be that guy. I gotta be that guy. We don't eat. So the Most High creates a dynamic to keep you on your toes. If you're not on your toes, you'll fall asleep in the comfort. Time will fly by, and you'll miss all the spiritual lessons. Do you understand the Most High makes it so uncomfortable or so opposite your nature to wake up your conscious so you can pick up all the spiritual lessons? You're supposed to gather instruction from what? Thy youth up. So it may be that wisdom to thy what?
That old age.
That old age. If you're comfortable from that youth up, you're not going to have no wisdom to your old age because you didn't pick up the lessons because you were asleep. And that's why everything around you is about putting you to sleep.
And you also can't help nobody. You can't help nobody walk through anything. You
can't,
never went through nothing.
You can't because you were asleep when you were going through these lessons.
Yeah.
So the Most High purposely wakes you up and shakes you up so that you can remember. That's why I don't know. It's a movie dynamic. I believe it might be true. I didn't study on it to prove it. Okay. They say when you get knighted, they slap you so you can remember the moment. It's in movies. Where you're getting knighted. I don't use movie metaphors. I don't watch a lot of movies. But when people are getting knighted, sometimes they get slapped. They slap them so they can remember the experience of being knighted.
Well, they do that in sports realm. When you gotta hit a huge weight game or huge, you gotta hit 600 pounds. You gotta squat 600 pounds. They're gonna slap you in the back. They'll slap you in the face. Get you super hype up, crunk up, and you're gonna look this way. You're gonna remember that whole moment the whole time.
Right. You would get a pin. You earned your pendant, and they're gonna stab that pin in your chest. Yeah, you earned it. You're officially one of the Marines, the proud, right? And they get this pendant with a sharp little tack, like sharp, and they stab it, boom, in your chest, and you got your chest is bleeding, and you have that pendant. You are an official Marine.
Yep.
Whatever it is, when you're in the dynamic of having to gain something, the Most High has to make you extremely uncomfortable to relish and appreciate the moment, so that you value the experience, so that you never go back. And that's why everything be pins and needles and out of your comfort zone. But guess what? Take your shoes off. This is holy ground. This is a burning bush here talking to you. Yep. This is the Most High appearing to you. This is a succession of dreams or experiences or certain classes that woke your spirit up.
This is rare.
This is a rare situation. Don't get distracted by these ornaments of gold and silver and comfort and opportunity to put you back to sleep so you can go back to being Jake.
So could you say these crooked paths, these crooked ways, these things that we go through in the beginning are things that we should be holding on to appreciate when it's not so crooked, when it's a lot more straight, when we can see these things, when we can see, okay, you know what, the Most High's carried me through this, He's been here through this, I've had this type of blessings, He's been here, you know what, I need to stay on this path, because I remember when coming in, how crooked my path to this change in this moment
or
was.
A baby, when a baby's born, they come out the womb and they have to get slapped so the lungs can work. Take that initial breath and cry. Yeah. That's when you're born. You're going from the womb realm to the outside realm, outside the womb. And there's a change from being in the matrix of your mother to being in the real world. And all the babies cry. They're coming naked, vulnerable. And they have to cry. And they get spanked. So they can utter their voice. That's because you're being born. You're going from one realm to another realm. When you're going from the worldly realm, it is no different because you're being breathed. Most High is breathing life into you, but you have to come to full consciousness, which means what? Everything has to be outside your nature. Is that clear? Now we're in Psalms 116 and 16. Psalms 116 and 16. Now we're seeing how David gave himself. So Moses, the Most High manifested himself to Abraham, and what did he do? He gave himself. The Most High manifested himself to Moses. He gave himself. The Most High manifested himself to David, and what does he have to do? Give himself. Read.
Psalms chapter 116 and verse 16.
O
Lord, truly I am thy servant. I am thy servant.
Now listen, Most High didn't force him to be his servant. David had to declare himself, I'm his servant. Your identity, you have to declare what you're going to be with the Most High. It's almost like those relationships where there's no titles.
A situationship.
Ain't no title on this list. What are we? What are we?
What we're gonna be is what we're gonna be.
We are. We are.
We both look at each other.
But I care about you. Care about me. We are. We are.
We don't need
There's no
titles.
There's no titles here. We want to play that with the Most High, bro.
Yeah.
We're that way with the Father. Ain't no titles here. We're just you're you, I'm me, and
because really that's no accountability.
There you go.
That's really what it is.
There you go.
No, I don't want to put a title on this because I don't want to have to be responsible for this.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to apply myself. I don't want to have to invest into this. It can just fall apart and it's okay. It doesn't matter. That's how we try to play with the Most High.
Look, if I say I'm a servant, I gotta do a servant's duty.
Oh, then I got obligations.
I'm on the hook now.
I have
You're a trick man.
I have to sit here and declare what I'm going to be to you. So it's very convenient for us not to put a title on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just around the brothers.
Yep.
I'm just coming to class.
I'm just trying this out.
I'm just here. Hey, I'm here. What's your rank? I'm not doing all that rank.
I don't need rank.
Listen, I don't gotta be a soldier to be a soldier.
Yeah.
I came in a soldier.
I need to take a test.
Yeah, people come with all kind of mental dynamics to create this spirit of ambiguity. Let's be ambiguous with the Most High. Let's be very foggy and lucid and undeclared with the Most High. That gives room for chaos so I can do me. Men like chaos because they don't have to sit here and commit to any serious structure or service. I'm the part of the gang. I'm just cool in the gang. I'm an Israelite, you an Israelite. We're in one nation under a groove. Okay, bro. But you know what? What did David do? David said, I am thy what?
Servant.
I'm your servant. He declared what he was going to be to the Father. When we're playing games with the Most High, we're very undeclared. And that's dangerous. That's an aspect of doubt. That's an aspect of not giving yourself is, how about whatever. Shalom, whatever. I got the Jewish star on.
Yep.
I'm wearing a menorah, or I'm not wearing a menorah. Depending on how far you are.
Exactly.
I'm just doing this. I'm in this truth thing. I'm seeing how this thing works out. You see, everything's very undeclared and unconcrete and impermanent. That's the spirit of doubt. The Most High is going to shake you up, wake you up, and then make you declare what you are. So there's what, like you said, there's accountability.
You know, Israel be on that free 14-day trial basically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it out right now for free because it's free because I'm not losing anything yet. It's just fun and games. It tastes good. The history's great. I'm learning about war stuff I never knew about. I'm learning about geography.
Yeah.
I'm learning about the Romans in Bible class. I'm learning about all these fun things. When it comes to you still gotta change, y'all. See, that's when I put the book to the side. It was nice knowing you, brothers.
I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna holler at you next time I holler at you.
When I see you, I see
and you know what? And that means you're in that neither realm where you're just looking at the mountain. That's just looking at the mountain, seeing the clouds and the mountain's right there. You ain't start climbing, you're just looking at it. If you look at the mountain too hard, it's gonna get extra. If you look at it too long, it's gonna get extra tall on you.
Yeah.
It's gonna get higher because you're making it harder than what it is.
Exactly.
Let's keep reading. Psalm 116 again.
Come. Oh Lord, truly I am thy servant.
Truly, I'm declaring myself to be your servant. I'm giving myself to service. I'm dedicating to service. I'm making a concrete. If you're a rib, I'm your wife. If you're a husband, hey baby, if you're here tomorrow, you're here tomorrow. No, I'm your husband.
Yep.
And we're gonna build something in Christ.
Exactly.
That's more definite. That hey, you know what? We've been around. We've been messing around.
Yeah, exactly.
We've been messing around for a while. I think it's time to get serious after 10 years. Right? That's how we do.
Put 10 boys in there.
Yeah.
No time.
Look, that's how people do.
Yeah, for real though.
But you can't do the Most High that way.
Nah.
He's not going to tolerate that.
He's gonna force you to make a decision.
You're going to sit here and be like, we've been messing around. Me and Most High been messing around. Woo, for a while, I don't know. I think it's time to take this truth thing kind of serious. It's getting kind of hectic. Woo! Them Chinese people started looking at. They got drone ships. Oh, they got unmanned ships.
Yeah.
That means they ain't taking no loss. You can blow shit. Who gives a damn?
Shit.
I mean, they got too many people over there anyway. You can take us out anyway.
Listen,
Listen, we need a reduction. We need. You only have one child per family. You might as well get a reduction. So they got buys and lose. We're sitting here. I don't know. It's the last day, but me and the Most High. He's the Most High. He's the Most High.
Yeah.
This super spiritual spacey.
Yeah.
Man, the other day I was in the cloud and I saw a cross in the sky.
Nah.
Oh, that conversation. We have a conversation too. Oh, you saw a cross in the sky? Yeah, I saw it in the sky. It turned. I looked the other way. I saw a cross in the sky.
Or I saw a face in the clouds.
I saw a face in the crowd and it's telling me to come to class. Okay, bro. You're very loosey-goosey with this.
Yeah. Exactly.
But there needs to be clarity and detail. It needs to be 1080p, whatever. It's got to be real to you now. It can't be so spacey. It can't be spacey. It has to be clearly defined. What are you? Where are you? When are you needed? How much you're going to give? You need to clarify your contract.
So you're saying the Lord knows my heart's not enough?
Yeah, the Lord knows my heart, and I have my own relationship with my own personal relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. When you hear that, that's a person very disclear, very airy. That's the room for lack of accountability to do my thing.
Exactly.
Just say you want to do you until you can't do you anymore.
You know, because if they was actually reading the Bible, what's he saying in 2 Peter 1:10? 2 Peter 1:10. Somebody read that real quick. Just for those people that have that mentality, that I can be spacey. I can make it, here and there, as I want it to be. He knows my heart. If you read the scriptures, also he says it's desperately wicked.
No, it's a wicked heart. Our wicked heart.
Yeah. Just saying, but. Read 2 Peter 1:10 just real quick.
2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10.
Yeah.
Wherefore the rather, brethren.
So this is what he would rather you do, and not I just know your heart. Not okay. I'm trying this out. Now I'll make it official later. This is what he would rather you do. Read.
Give diligence.
What is diligence? Do we get a definition of this diligence? Just quickly.
Diligence.
What is diligence?
Constant effort.
Painstaking.
Diligence. Constant,
steady application in business of any kind.
So the Most High said, I'd rather you give diligence, painstaking effort, or what you have?
Steady application.
Or steady application. I want you to be continue on this mission. Consistent with this. To do what though?
To make your calling.
Because that's what we do. Okay. We get called into this. The Most High reaches out. He speaks to us like he spoke to Abraham. Now there's an obligation. This is what he would rather you do. He would make you be consistent in making sure that your calling and what?
Election is
sure. That there's no doubt. That there is a definitive, I'm on this side. I'm not in the between. I'm not undecided. I'm not fully persuaded. No, I'm all the way in this.
This is not an experiment.
This is not a test. I'm all the way in for this. This is what the Most High would rather you be. He says, for if you do these things, you shall not fall. He says, I got you. But I need you, like you were talking about, I need you to make a definitive choice on what side and what you're going to do with your life. Are you going to serve me or are you going to do your thing? Are we together or are we not?
How long will you be betwixt two opinions? Either serve the Most High or serve both.
Come.
You cannot serve the Most High, the Lord and what?
And Mammon.
And Mammon. You got to be hot or be what? Cold. You either going to do you or give up and renounce your will.
Come.
And your personal agenda.
Come.
And the death of your agenda is really the birth of you serving Christ.
Come.
So, let's go to Psalms 116, verse 125. Good scripture.
Psalms 116, 125.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, 119, verse 125. I'm sorry. That 6 and 9 just flipped in my mind. Psalms 119, verse 125.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 25.
125.
125.
125th Psalm. 25th verse.
Psalms 119 and 125.
Uh-huh.
I am thy servant.
I am thy what?
I am thy servant.
I'm declaring the terms we're on. Not only am I that servant by force, I actually declare myself to be that servant, meaning I want to be that servant. I want to define these terms. Because any woman's really trying to be with you, she wants to say, what are we?
Yeah. Yeah.
If she wants to be with you, she's trying to make the terms concrete.
Exactly.
If you're at a job, okay, what's the future of this? Are we going to, do I have growth opportunities here?
Yeah.
Is this a gig or is this a career?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is this a gig? Is this where I just show up and I'm a number?
Exactly.
Or do I have a career path here? And is there a long-term projected growth in this company? Is there a 30-year plan? We're that way with corporations.
Yep.
Not with the Most High. Keep reading.
Give me understanding that I may know thy testimony.
He said, listen, if he says give me understanding, it means I don't have understanding.
Mm-hmm.
But he still declared himself a servant even though he didn't have understanding. I didn't have to understand every single detail, every single law, every single commandment to commit. Remember, he believed and it was imputed unto him for righteousness. He came to Abram and said, not Abraham, Abram. He came to Abram in his undeveloped state and said, listen, I am thy exceeding great reward. I am thy shield. That was the dynamic. It wasn't every technical information detail and now, based on you reading this whole plan, are you going to buy this contract? No, it was this is the opportunity. This is a window in your life. You have to choose before that window closes. Right?
Yeah.
There's another term for it in the New Testament. It goes dispensation of the gospel.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a certain period of time this is going to apply to you, and if you don't take it serious, is the opportunity is going to the next person.
Exactly.
You have a dispensation of the gospel. You have a window. Brothers call it windows. The Most High has a window he's working with you, and then if you don't take it serious, he pulls away and he works with another brother. He gives windows to men. And the brothers that miss their windows, they might be in the truth or be around the truth, but the Most High's not working through them. And that's scary.
Yeah.
The Most High not working through you or not working with you is a scary thing.
Yeah.
But he gives you a window to be that first round draft pick.
Yep.
Oh man, this is my first round draft pick. You know what? I'm gonna put you on the team, bro. We're gonna sit here and go to training camp. I'm gonna put you on, and you're gonna sit here and run this line. And I'm gonna sit here. We're gonna develop you and go through all the different drills and coaching sessions. And we're gonna put you on. And you're gonna be productive. When we get the championship, we're gonna win. But you're a rookie at first, but we have a 10-year, 15-year plan for you. And you're projected to lead on this level. You're projected to put your household on this dynamic. You're projected to have your children in order like this. You're projected to be have this kind of wisdom and ability, and this kind of counsel understanding. You're projected to be this rank at this time, by these circumstances. You're projected maybe to leave your state, leave your city, and be out there and being a key component to the development of other people's faith. Most High has a growth plan for you. But if they keep calling you, you're a first round draft pick. Hey man, you gonna come through the we drafted you, bro. You
come practice?
You know it. It's practice today, right? You know, I'll be there for the game, man.
Yeah.
I'll be there for the game.
Those are the ones that don't show up to class.
Listen, they don't show up to class, or just in life, they don't show up to the moment.
That's true.
Because classes, some brothers can afford to miss certain classes, right?
Okay.
Which is still scary if you based on how serious you are.
Okay.
But there's moments people miss. Well, the Most High could have built your faith up, but you missed the moment. This dynamic happened, and everybody was on their toes, having to believe, and the men that were there learned faith.
Yep.
But you were out there getting the phone. Your phone was ringing, but you was like putting the phone on mute, or you was asleep. That's even worse. Most High is calling you, you went back to sleep, and you woke up 6 months later when the Chinese are at knocking your door.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, how about you? I was a little too late, buddy.
I thought you was Hebrew.
You know what I'm saying? They're related to you, but they're in the Hebrews. Not like that. You know the genealogy, right? So the point is, the Most High has windows for you, and His options where He can work through you, and He can really develop you at this certain dynamic, and you have this choice to be this for the Most High. And then there's dynamics where, hey, if the Most High keeps blowing your phone up, you don't answer, I gotta call somebody else.
And you know, and what the hard part about that is, you have to watch other people who you should have been mentoring.
Yeah, that
slowly rise up to where now they're on the same level, and then eventually pass you. And that it's a project.
And it's the project, yes. But what's the scary part is you miss the experiences necessary to confirm your belief for yourself. You're still that guy that's believing in that dude from Fresh, waiting for him to come back to the door.
Exactly.
And he comes back to the door with that nice sharp polo shirt on, those sharp khakis and that Cadillac, I'm gonna believe. You're waiting for him to confirm your faith, bro. You better take your window and take your moment serious so you can believe this for yourself. So now we just read that David declared himself we're gonna be with the Most High. He's a servant, right? And then what he do? He asked the Most High for what? Understanding. That's what you should be doing. That's what we should be doing. You should be asking for understanding. Nobody said don't ask those questions. Nobody said don't study.
Exactly.
Nobody said don't do all the hours and hours of reading necessary to believe for yourself. Be here and get the understanding, or get further understanding, or keep growing understanding. Read on.
That I may know thy testimonies.
That I may know that what?
That I may know thy testimonies.
That you can know the testimonies, and then eventually have your own testimonies. Read on.
It is time for thee.
Stop right there. I made a mistake. Go to 116 verse 16. Read the second portion. I missed that. I missed the main point I was looking for.
O Lord, truly I am thy servant. I am thy servant.
He said it twice, meaning that he took it serious. I am your servant. I am your servant. Read.
And the son of thine handmaid.
Read on.
Thou hast loosed my bonds.
Thou hast loosed my bonds. I missed that point. Loosing your bonds, the Most High is freeing you from obligation to all His carnal people. He's freeing you from Christmas. He's freeing you from Easter. He's freeing you from Usher's Day. He's freeing you from everybody's expectation of you. He's freeing you from the people that used to hate you in the world. He's freeing you from the people that used to love you in the world. And now they just expect you to bail on their level.
Freeing you from tearing your body down.
He's freeing you from destroying your temple. Which is what we do, right?
Yep.
Destroy our temples. He's freeing you from destroying yourself with your own half-baked plot that was not realistic. Because we came to the truth failing. A lot of us came failing into the truth. We didn't all have it together. Some of us came to this truth failures. Two-time losers. Maybe three-time losers. Right? We came to this truth losing. We might have thought we were winning, but if you look at your life wasn't working. That's why we came here. He didn't call the mighty, he called the what? The weak. Right? He called the weak and foolish. He didn't call the wise and noble. He didn't call the Kobe Bryants in the truth. He called dropouts.
Those were sign and crime. Huh?
He called out dropouts, extremists, extreme zealots, religious zealots, bookworms, weirdos, black sheeps.
The sick.
The sick.
Not the healthy.
Oh yeah, ultra religious guys, or just guys that just couldn't put two together. He called these guys in the truth to manifest His name. So He said, listen, I'm your servant because you loosed my bonds. Look at the word bond. He's showing appreciation for the Most High has put him into. He's showing the Most High appreciation. Once you loosed my bonds, therefore I'm going to continue to serve you. Because I value and appreciate the bonds you loosed me from.
Definition of bond. Union or a connection.
Wow. Read on. Any others?
Cause of a union, an obligation, imposing a moral duty, so by a vow or a promise.
You loosed me from all the vows I had to the world.
Got one. Bond, in a state of servitude or slavery.
You saved me from slavery.
Yeah.
I was a slave to my flesh, because some of us were slaves to just our flesh, bro. Some of us were flesh demons, huh?
Yeah.
And we were just indulgent. were extreme indulgers. Some of us were intense indulgers through mental illness and compulsion. Some of us were just pleasure seekers. Our happiness was just pleasure. Living for pleasure made us happy. So we were very sensual, and the environment had to be very sensual and comfortable for us to be happy. We couldn't deal with austerity. We couldn't deal with discomfort. We couldn't deal with mental challenges. Some of us just need don't expect nothing from me. I don't want to think. Some of us are just non-thinkers. We just react and improvise all day. We don't think about anything. So the Most High said, I'm going to loose you from your bonds, from whatever type of flesh slavery, mental slavery, or as a nation, physical slavery. I'm going to loose your bonds for the purpose of you serving me. Now you don't have to serve these people. You can serve me. You're still going to serve. Right. We want to just be free from our bonds and serve ourselves. Okay. No. You're going to be loosened from these people that don't have your best interest. Not your spiritual best interest. Maybe your carnal best interest. Boy, just in the military, boy, I tell you, you're going to be okay. Yeah. That's great for your flesh and your financial scenario, but it's probably not the best for your spirit. Dang. So he's loosening you from those bonds and shaking up that life so that you can invest your servitude to the Father. Now let's go to the next part of our class. So let's go to definition of the word vow.
I got vow. Definition of the word vow.
So we're going to get the word vow, V-O-W, 1828, V-O-W, 1828, vow.
God. A solemn promise.
A what?
A solemn promise.
A solemn or a serious or a holy promise.
As the vows of unchangeable love and fidelity.
Wow. So I'm declaring my love. I'm declaring my fidelity. Meaning I'm going to be faithful to you and only you, and it's only about you.
In a moral and religious sense, vows are promises to the Most High.
Wow.
As to appeal to the Most High, to witness their sincerity.
So I'm going to sincerely make and keep this promise to the Heavenly Father. Okay. And I'm pretty sure in the process of coming into the truth that some vows are made. There are some vows made because the scenario in the territory was so unfamiliar and scary and just clear, and I don't know where my life is going, and I don't know where I'm investing myself into, or this is what I'm losing. That scenario will make a man come to a stage in his life where he has to make a vow to anchor himself. Yep. So we make vows in order to anchor ourselves when we're dealing with, and the best word for it is unpredictability. When you can't predict your situation, your scenario, when you can't predict your circumstances, the loss of control. When a man's in the storm of life with no control, that's when men make vows. Men make a lot of vows when they lose all control. You don't know a man until he has control, though. You don't know a man until he has everything he wants.
It's true.
Yeah. But initially, the Father, when the ship is rocky, the storms are going up and down, everything's going crazy, guess what? That initiates a man to make a vow. Or make a what? Vow? Definition?
God, vow. It says, in a moral and religious sense, vows are promises to the Most High, as to appeal to the Most High, to witness their sincerity. And the violation of them is a most heinous offense.
It's a crime to break our vows to the Most High. Once thou vowest to vow to the Lord, defer not to pay it. I mean, pay your vow. If you promise you're going to read 10 hours a day, then you better read 10 hours a day. You promise you're going to give your whole self, stop playing. You promise you're going to sit here and pray every day, then you need to pray every day. You promise you're going to fast for the Lord, fast for the Lord. You promise you're going to teach, then teach. Fulfill your vow that you came in with. But initially you come in the truth, Most High manifests himself. Then you have to take it serious. Then you have to invest yourself as a servant, and then you have to keep your vow. Because you're asking Most High, you're giving him a vow because you're trying to get some type of grip on your life. Because your life's gonna be unpredictable and crazy and unanchored until you make that vow. He's gonna put you in a position to vow to him. Genesis 28 and verse 20 to 22. A solemn promise to the Most High, right?
Genesis chapter 28 and verse
20 to 22. I'm sorry. 20 to 22.
Genesis chapter 20 and verse 22. 20 and 22?
20 first, and then we'll go for 20, 21, and 22. Chapter 28, and then verse 20. Start at 20.
It says, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Most High be my power, and this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be the Most High's house.
You gotta unpack that. Go back to the beginning.
And this stone which I have set for a pillar.
The very beginning of it, sir. The very beginning.
Verse 20.
Verse 20, yes, sir. Verse 20. Verse 20.
Oh,
Start at 20.
And Jacob vowed a vow.
Jacob vowed a vow.
Wow.
Because he needed the Most High to come through for him. Read.
Saying, if the Most High will be with me.
If the Most High will anchor me. Because he's in a situation he has no. Listen, the odds are against me, and I have no control. That will initiate a man to a vow. Read.
And will keep me in this way I go.
If you will protect me in the way I'm going. Because this is uncertain. Life is uncertain. And now it's all uncertain now. These banks are collapsing too. We got bread in the bank, it might not be there. Read.
And will give me bread to eat.
If you will give me what?
Bread to eat.
You give me bread to eat. He was asking for bread. Listen, you know you get humble when you just ask for the Most High for bread. That's called being humble. You're being humble. He's not asking for listen, man, I want the best of things. He's humble to the point where there's no control. Can you just make sure I eat every day?
So can I get the bare necessities?
Can I get the bare necessities? That's how bad it's probably gonna get. I ain't gonna lie, that's how bad it's gonna get.
I ain't asking for much. Can I just get?
I just want to eat bread, bro. Can I have bread?
Can I eat?
That's for caviar? Did I ask for filet mignon? I'm asking for bread.
And some raiment.
Can you please just come through on some ramen noodles?
Yes.
That's how real it is for Jacob. That's where he's at in his life.
Yeah.
Read.
And raiment to put on.
And don't let me be out here all naked. Don't let me be out here naked. Because some people out there be out there naked. Be in rags. Can I just have bread and some nice clothes to put on? Ain't gotta be Versace, but can I have something to cover my nakedness? Cover my shame.
I don't think there was Versace around that time.
I'm just saying, no. Yeah. Keep reading.
Verse 21. So that I come again to my father's house in peace.
So that I can make it back home safe. Just keep me safe. I'm trying to get home. I'm way away from my protection. I'm exposed to the elements. How about that? I'm exposed to elements, and all I'm asking for is that I don't starve and I'm not naked. That's why I made that vow. How real was it where you had to make that kind of vow? How bad was it in that time period?
It's life or death.
What was out there that he had to say these words? He's not just randomly saying words just to say words, bro.
Yeah.
People say things for a reason, bro.
So
You're just asking for bread and just clothes. Help me get home safe.
So he was stripped of everything.
He was stripped of everything, bro.
So he can put all his dependence on the Most High.
Listen, when you have to make a promise to God, you're at a position of no control.
Vulnerability.
You're completely vulnerable. You're exposed to the elements. This is where Jacob, our forefather, was at. Read.
Then shall the Most High be my power.
Then shall the Most High be what?
My power.
He was Jacob, not Israel. He wasn't developed. He wasn't Abraham, he was Abram. David said, I'm not a servant. Give me understanding. I don't have understanding. Give me understanding. We're trying to do everything backwards. We want to be on top of the mountain and then climb. And then see, then trust. We want to be completely developed and then have to fulfill our obligation. No. You're going to be undeveloped, underdeveloped, and deficient and have flaws and weaknesses
And
and fallibilities.
And we'll learn how to rely on the Lord.
You got to rely on the Lord through your fallibilities,
Exactly.
through your errors, through your sins, through your weaknesses, through your fallible nature, through your insecurity. You got to believe during that time period. You got to believe when you're dirty. Listen, Mary Magdalene was one of the greatest symbols of faith. And she believed right after whoredom. In the midst of her whoredom, Christ forgave me. He manifested himself to me. Now I got to believe. He's requiring something. She didn't have I was on point.
No.
She wasn't on point committing adultery, about to get stoned. I'm on point now. No. She was in a stage of complete annihilation. She should be, being stoned is not the best death. You better get shot than get stoned.
Of course.
Look, shoot me before you stone me, bro. You know how long it is to die if you're stoned now?
Man, brutal pain.
It's
not pebbles getting thrown at you.
It's a very
baby boulders.
It's a very.
They throwing two hands out.
Listen, to get hit with so many rocks to the point of death.
Yeah, bro.
That means you have to have your skull has to be dented.
Yep.
Fractures
your
in
teeth
your face.
You have to have facial fractures, busted eyes, broken nose, broken teeth. Because there has to be if you hit your arm with a rock, who cares? Stuck with a rock, who cares? The kneecap's gonna hurt, but something you have to get knocked out.
Yeah.
You have to get hit right in the head with a rock at full speed to be the point where you're ready to die.
It's like almost like a baseball hit.
Exactly. It has to be a traumatic event.
That does not feel good. I cannot
So
tell that.
the Most High spared her from that traumatic event, and she did commit herself because the Most High spared her from death. A lot of us understand we're in the midst of death too, bro. But let's understand. Some of us have health issues. So everybody's not. I've seen people in the truth come to the truth with health issues. I'm talking real health issues, and they only live because the Most High is merciful to them. Because they should be dead physically, but because they are merciful, the Most High kept their body going. I've seen the same thing with cars. That car is not supposed to be driving, bro. That car is garbage. And brothers, Most High keep their brothers. As long as his spirit's right, his car is gonna keep working.
Yep.
I've seen that a million times. How's your that car is garbage. How are you still driving it?
Faith.
Because the Most High is working through
All
him.
on faith.
He's taking care of his horse because he's in the right spirit. The Most High will work. He will protect you and work through everything around you as long as you're in the right spirit. The moment you start looking at that gold and silver and those ornaments, the moment you start taking it easy and wanting your routine and wanting to impute and not invest yourself, but you want to insert yourself in your way, in your opinion, in your ideals of what the truth should be. And you put an expectation on God. And this is what he better do this, he better do that, he better come through. Jacob was not Israel, he was Jacob. He asked for bread. It had to be bad. He said, "Can I just have some clothes?" It had to be bad. He said, "Can I just get to my father's house in peace?" He was exposed to elements around enemies. Like many men. Was death upon me? He was in that territory. David's whole life was on the run and men were trying to kill him. Christ was born on the run.
Right.
Listen, bro, to have faith and live in faith, you have to have an insurmountable scenario in front of you against the odds at your detriment where you can lose all and you can physically die, financially die, spiritually die. You have to have everything around you be adverse to you.
Didn't David said that he was one step away from death?
He was. So that is going to be like that for us eventually, bro. Eventually we have to live like that. So if you can't practice that in the beginning stages where it's ain't no death in the streets yet, and it's just brothers sitting and saying, how about Shema Shah Brakatah, reading a couple scriptures for a couple hours, hitting the sun a little bit, losing your comforts, doing things that are not which is against your natural nature. If you can't deal with that stage, how are you going to jump to the stage where Jacob was at? Where you're just asking for bread. Some of us have kids and babies and families. That's even realer.
Yeah, because the scripture says that things written aforetime before our learning, but a lot of times we apply that verse just to the blessings and the way the Most High allowed the prophets to overcome. Exactly. But what about the adversities they went through? He said learn from those too, because there's nothing new under the sun. We're going to go through these things. Just as they said, as they hated Christ, they're going to hate us too. We're going to go through the things that these prophets went through, whether they was good or bad.
and if you was keeping your vow. That vow you made, more than likely will determine the Most High being your shield or not.
Come.
If you keep your vow, I'm gonna keep my vow.
Come.
But if you ain't gonna keep your vow and expect the Most High to come through for you when that time period comes, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's gonna work out. Where we at?
We was in verse 22 now.
Okay, read 22, sir.
Come. Genesis chapter 28 and verse 22.
And
this stone, which I have set for a pillar, shall the Most High's house, shall be the Most High's house.
So what's he saying? Listen, man, I'm going to anchor myself to you, and I'm going to make an altar for you. I'm going to make a dynamic where I have to sacrifice for you, because I know you're real. You've appeared to me. If it be a burning bush, if it be a dream, if it be a class, if it be a succession of events, if it be things that you can't explain that led you here, He's manifested Himself to you, and every man that appreciates the Most High made the Most High an altar. You start building something for the Most High. Immediately, you should be inspired to build something for Christ. Or you should go with people that are building for Christ, to show their appreciation for the Most High taking them out of the world. Or the Most High manifests Himself to them. Immediately, the righteous men in the Bible, when the Most High showed and revealed Himself, they in showing of gratitude, went to build an altar. All the righteous men did this.
Yeah.
All the righteous men did it. They went to work after the Most High showed Himself. What man sees the Most High and goes to sleep? It doesn't build him an altar. Doesn't do diligence. Doesn't make a vow. Doesn't keep a vow. What kind of man is that? That's a strange man according to Scriptures. That's not like Moses. That's not like Abraham. That's not like David. That's not like Jacob. Everything I'm doing is the opposite. I have these grandiose delusions of grandeur and expectations of the Most High. I better have this. I better have that. I better get this. I better get that. You better do this. You better do that. I better write like this. I better write like that. I better live like this. I better live like that. Jacob asked for bread. He asked for raiment. He has to get back home in peace. You sit here, tell the Most High, He better come through with some big things. And I'm not sitting here even trying to build an altar. You're way out the spirit. You're not like the guys in the Bible. You're in the wrong headspace. I'm not making a vow. You're not making any vow to the Father. You're just in an arrangement. We have a situationship. We're just, I see, me and the Most High are acquaintances. Tripping. Let's continue. Leviticus 27, verse 1 through 9. No, matter of fact, is that in that scripture?
Yes, sir.
Read on the scripture. Read on the scripture. Read on a little bit more. The B portion of that scripture.
Come. It says, and of all that thou shalt give me.
And of all that thou shalt what?
Give me.
Trust in the Most High going to return your investment and your exertion. Read.
I will surely give the tenth unto thee.
I'm in the spirit of dedicating what you give back to me to you. Not what you give to me belongs to me. Two different mindsets. This is my car. This is my family. This is my life. No. What I get is dedication to you. And I'm actually going to reinvest my children. You gave me keep my children, I'm going to give them back to you. You gave me this car, it's for the service to camp. You gave me this rib, she's for the service to camp. You give me this temple, this body, it's for the service to camp. You give me this mind, these abilities, these gifts, it's in service to camp. It's in service to the altar. It's in service to the stone, that pillar. It's in service to the men that you put around me. Everything you've given me is in service to my nation. That's what the righteous men did. But to expect the Most High to do this, do that, and it's for you, very backwards, bro. Now let's go Leviticus 27, verse 1 through 9. Leviticus 27, verse 1 through 9.
Leviticus chapter 27 and verse 1. Whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when a man shall make a singular vow.
When a man shall make a singular what?
Vow.
When I make a vow. Read.
The persons shall be for the Most High by the estimation. And thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old even unto 60 years old.
So you have a certain period of time for the Most High, bro. You don't got forever, bro. Yeah, 20 to 60 is 40 years. But the times we got, we don't know how much time we got, bro. We don't know the time. Listen, back in the day when I was growing up, this is what Jake used to do. We gonna come to the Most High when we're like 50 years old. We're gonna live our life to the full. And then we're gonna say, I believe in the Lord, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. And I'm gonna slide in heaven. I'm gonna do all. That was the plan. I'm gonna do me. And 40 to 40, 45. And I'm tired of being out there, just pimping and living my life. I was out there in the streets. I was out there living my life, doing me. And now it's time to come to the Lord. I'm gonna come to the Most High after I'm already, aged and I did me. And now it's time to serve the Most High because I ain't got nothing else to do.
The best of me was given to my.
I gave the best of my years to my lust. That's how the carnal man perceives the Most High. Let me go on my vacay and let me take my pictures. Let me get my selfies in there. Let me sit here and, build my body up, my money strong, body strong, game strong. And then, when I'm ready, when I feel like it, I'm going to serve the Most High on my time. That's cool, bro. That was cool in the 90s, bro. It's not that day. Listen, you're gonna miss your window. You're gonna have a dispensation of the gospel. You're gonna miss your window of opportunity is closed. That's what Noah's people did. Noah taught the book of 100 years out. Noah wasn't just building a ship, not teaching that. Most High requires all men of faith. He calls it the foolishness of preaching. So obviously, if it's the foolishness of preaching, he was educated. We're about to finish this class up real quick. We got way more. We got so many more scriptures, but we're gonna finish this point and then probably teach next time we finish the class up later. Where were we at?
We were in verse 3. Leviticus 27:3. And thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old even unto 60 years old.
So Most High requires the man to believe. He requires men. Men are the flock of my pasture. He requires us to be men and to be men. It's two different statements. He requires the male, and he requires us to be men. A man should be committed according to his what?
Wisdom.
His wisdom. So he requires you to gather wisdom and be that man for your people, not just be a male. And in the midst of that, what's happening? You have a window of opportunity. Ark it hasn't rained yet. Therms haven't come down yet. Moab and Magog ain't here yet. For new people, it hasn't been complete annihilation yet. But you're seeing all these mass animal die-offs. You're seeing all these grain factories burn up. You're seeing the system, the globalism collapse in front of you. Droughts. The politicalism, the political structure collapse in front of you. The educational structure collapse in front of you. People ain't gonna believe until they're sitting here and you don't got no food in your mouth. And you go on days without food. Then people might believe, but it might be too late. You gotta take your faith serious, bro. When it's good, you want someone to love you when they had choices and options. You want somebody to be with you because they didn't have no options. Exactly. We don't want to give the Most High that character. Yes, sir.
Who was the person that ate bread? Asked for bread?
Jacob. Jacob's our forefather. There's Abraham, and there's Isaac, and there's Jacob. Those are the three fathers of promise. Those are the guys that established the nation of Israel. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Like brothers get name changes? Jacob's name was changed to Israel. He had 12 sons. And those 12 sons became the 12 bloodlines or families or nation or tribes of Israel. And that whole 12 sons had children, and that became a nation of people that the Most High called out of Egypt, which was bondage and idolatry. all right, and distraction.
Yeah.
And we're the descendants and children of those people in the last days, in the modern age. And now we're being called by the Most High because the Most High promised Abraham he would take care of his seed. So the Most High had the obligation to look out for us, even though he didn't have to.
Just people that are keeping it going.
We're past this next generation, but we're the last generation.
Yeah.
That's what we are. That's what it is. So we'll finish this class later on. Class is called "What Do We Have to Give the Most High?" Couldn't finish it, but I'm probably gonna keep going on because we gotta finish this class up. Thank you for showing up. It's been an honor, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for supporting us and supporting us through giving your time and your focus. We're very appreciative of that. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.